I didn't really know what else to play, and then I remembered that like I had been playing this game. I want to see if I can actually get to like end game. Try this time around. Apparently, the last time I played, I got to. I got to like level 68, something. 70. Which kind of makes sense because I kind of remember most of these areas. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, these are kind of jumpy. Let's go. I like the little tower defense thing. Well, I like it on this character. I don't know if I'd like it on another character. His art looks cool. We're at 18. That's what we'll leave it for 25. 333. I thought about doing some Diablo leveling, but to be honest, I wasn't really in the mood. It was not particularly. Cause like, I don't know. Like I want to play Diablo because I want to get like the legendaries and stuff, but then I also don't because like the new season's in like a month. I mean, we'll have stuff. Oh, I could have played another. There's another game. There's like a game that I recently like looked into. Well, not looked into, but there was a game that recently came out that I was like, that was like free. But Wait, did I turn the setting on to just automatically pick up from this? I mean, not that I mind, it's kind of throw me off. Yeah, there's a setting. Oh no, it's not. Okay, it's not. It's not me. It's the. I hit level 15 on the BP, which means my little minion dude will pick up stuff for me. The currency. I kind of like that too. Like, yeah, it should be. Should it be a feature that's like default? Yeah, but at the same point, it's like on the BP free track. I kind of just don't really care. Okay. Proof of the winner, and then proof of one more back point. I'll do the trial one later because I'm gonna have to do it later for the for hero allocation thing. Keep thinking I hit A when I actually hit Q, which then offsets the thing. Because I have it so that like the ranged, I have more ranged characters like drones than I have like the melee drones because we have like the two spirits. So I feel like having 3 and 3 is a little unnecessary when we technically have more frontline. Oh, wasn't just right across. Lame. It does also suck a little bit when like the leap in this game. I mean, obviously it's a mobile game, so I can't really expect too much. But like the leap in this game is it's not like, for instance, like it doesn't go vertical, right? Up and down like walls and stuff. It goes like, it's basically like a charge. So like I keep trying to jump over walls and stairs and stuff, and it's not. It's like my dude just like jumps in place. But yeah, the goal is I want to get this character to the point where you kind of just help me get more seasonal tokens, like some more hero tokens, because I want to get the sea thing rage. And once I get that, I think that's like the character I'm gonna actually want to work on. It also looks good. I still kind of want to make a ruthless guardian character, because I feel like this is the league that you should just make a ruthless guardian character to have like, and see like how much of the ruthless seasonal challenges you can complete. Can you guys come like more than one at a time, so that my little drone dudes can stop like shooting at the immune ones? There's like a couple of them that are just shooting at the immune ones. I'm like, can y'all just become targetable all in? Say something. Uh-oh. Game lagged for like a second. I was a little concerned. Also because I don't want to like have to run all the way through this. Let's go. Rigmarole. But yeah, so I think like the problem is, right, like I have this is the problem I have with Path of Exile. I want to like level a bunch of characters, right? Like I'm working on leveling my Bone Shatter replacement. After that, I kind of want to do an explosive arrow build. After that, or like an EA champ build. After that, there's the Ruthless Guardian. But next week will probably be like a week-long break from Path of Exile, because there's a game called First Descendant coming out, which is supposed to be I'm going the wrong way. Which is supposed to be like Warframe, but different. Same but different. And I would like to see if it's enjoyable. Because having more games to play is fun. But there's a game called Synced, which is like a free-to-play MMO, I guess. I don't actually know what it is. I know it has guns. I also know it hasn't released to very like stellar reviews. Seems like it's only on mixed reviews. But I always like to try it, especially free games. I like to try them out and then kind of make my own decision on whether it's like worth my time or not. Because there's a couple games that it's like for instance, EVE Online was a game that, you know, it's definitely not an MMO for everybody, but over the years it's developed such a large following. But sometimes, you know, there's games that they're just not for everybody, but they might be for you. So if it's free and it doesn't really cost money to try out, I'd say it's worth giving a go. At least that's the way I look at it. The boss should be easy. Not bad. I don't want to pick up all the blue stuff. Identify. I get some more. I want to see what it's like without using the legendary weapons. Locking soul. No, actually, I think this one's. I think it's good enough to keep one of them. Two of them I feel is a little bit overkill. Oh, I didn't even read. I guess if I do make the other character, I'll join the red dudes next time. Oh, that's what happened. I thought my game froze. It's not that my game froze. I had a debuff. Oh, I had to walk through it. I mean, these guys do look. The Queen. She knows the way. Imagine if we could find this is nice. Come on, fucker! Let's go. It's gold. I'd like a. Oh, was the thing not like retracted like fully yet? Wait, what is that sword? Oh, it's a weapon. Oh. I was about to leave without looking at the rewards. Wait, don't I have regen for something? Yeah, yeah, we're gonna put that on. Oh, well, no, I don't have. I was like, I could have done Star Rail, but I don't have Star Rail updated. And by the time I was thinking of like actually getting, by the time I was actually thinking of getting, I was trying to figure out like what I wanted to stream. Uh, it was a little too late to try to update Star Rail because I haven't touched Star Rail in a long time. Like in a long time. So that's a lot of updates it has to go through. And maybe if I summon my minions. I was also debating if I just wanted to stream leveling PoE, but this is kind of one of those cases where I'm like, I know I need to take a break from PoE mentally. And I'm kind of just forcing myself to take a break from PoE mentally. Yeah, sometimes like you want to play a game like really badly, but you know you should take a break from the game because it's kind of like wrecking your brain, which is me with PoE at the moment. So this is more of like a mellow, it's for your own good kind of thing. I think the next one is, yeah, it's 60 energy. We get tendon slicer. And then at 50 we go for the next ooh, chest. Why I had to interact with it. Then at 50 we go do the Heroes Forge thing to unlock the other one that we're using. I need to look up a build for when we hit 80 though, but that's still like a ways off, right? We're only like 42. I thought about like streaming Soulstones, but like Soulstone's like one of those games where like I feel like it's good to stream it for like an hour or two, rather than like, you know, for an entire thing. Cause like I enjoy playing it, it lets me turn my brain off, but I like doing that like towards the end of the night. Ooh. Rather than early in the game. I mean, I guess I could have played TFT, but at the same point, like, if I was gonna do TFT, I was gonna do TFT right. And I haven't seen if there was like a B patch or anything. So, from what I last heard, it's basically just, it's not teamfight tactics, it's teamfight build water. Those water tactics. So I don't know what is it with this set. The set's had that problem where like something will be overly dominant. And it's just like, it's really, it kind of makes me to play it. I mean, I'll play TFT again. I need to at the very least hit like, gotta get diamond again. But I would also like to be able to enjoy like the time I have while playing, right? I'd rather not have to like super sweat or like forcibly sweat. Like obviously I'll sweat because like I want to hit like higher ranks, but there's like sweating because I'm enjoying myself, and then there's just like forcing myself to sweat because like I want to reach a certain goal, but I'm not having like a fun time. So hopefully the patch 9.5 can get in a point that's like that. Oh my goodness, is that the only... Hello. How is your day? Really, the real homies. Have to do so much work. I summon my minions and then I hit what? Okay, you're kind of a bitch. No, no, no. I'm the big fan. Oh, you. I'm just a small bear. We're leveling up pretty quick though. Faster than I was expecting. Finish eating. Oh, did you have a good lunch? Got a meeting in an hour. Oh my goodness, professional. Imagine having meetings. That'll not be me. When I was working, I remember sometimes we'd have like morning meetings, and I'd always be like, if it was like a day where I didn't have a lot of stuff to do, I'd be like, oh yeah, do take that. because I didn't really like say much during the meetings like 90% of the time, and because I don't like giving myself more work than I need to do. And but if it was a day where I like had a lot of shit lined up, I'd be really bad. Because I'm like, I have shit to do. Why am I in this stupid meeting? Have I eaten it? Yes, yes. I eat lunch before I stream. Even though I don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner, because there's literally there's like nothing to make, or like nothing to eat. So we'll figure that out when we get there. But yeah, I had a burger and some tenders for lunch. I forgot about this one, this mechanic, the purple one. I'm just thinking this was a mechanic when the game launched. The first season. Ooh, big boy. You like me for real? Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a mushroom and Swiss burger. And then just some like fried chicken. Even though I've had like a hankering for pizza. Like Papa John pizza. Oh, this bitch. He's dead. Like a Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza. It's a really weird, oddly specific like hankering. But it sometimes it's like that. You have a very specific like want for one thing. But actually, to be honest, I think I prefer Domino's pizza too. I haven't had a. He spoke in Chinese. Okay. That guy was NPC worldwide. I have it in English, and he's just like his dialogue just popped up in Chinese. How did I tell you that you're about to have a bad day? Because you're about to have a bad day. So. it's it's a little hard to like be immersed in you killing the boss when you can hear the loot tink in the background. All I heard was like as he was dying was ting 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 ting. I was like, okay. Okay. 1% life per second. That's pretty good. Like that. Or that. We got in the shield. A shit ton of armor converts to fire damage. The problem is, we'll try it. The reason I was using that one was for a the shield was because it had like attack speed on it, so my jumps would come out faster. Oh, is that it for the story? Oh no, I was about to be like, is that really it for the story? And then we put 1 point in there, and then when we level up, we get another one. Oh, this one's from hitting 40. What do you want? I was saying I don't have enough points to buy anything else. Big chongs. Call me like me for real, for real. Their weapon designs are really cool. What am I again? 44. Alright, 6 more levels and we can start doing the hero trials. Ooh. Do I need any of those? I don't think I do. Oh. I don't remember what part of this is like new. Like it's been a long time since I played. I played like when it first came out, but I haven't played like since. Oh, it does have verticality. I guess it's just very specific areas of verticality. Because some of the other ones it definitely didn't like jump up vertically like at all. Unfortunately, I can't like flip the cast. I was trying to take a sip of water and then cast my ability. No trust. I'm starting to think that maybe the legendary, like using 2 of the same legendary doesn't stack the. Because I don't really feel much DPS difference from when I was dual wielding the maces and when I'm not. Why isn't it working? guess I'll just reset it then. Like, I'm assuming, like, I have to reset it because for whatever reason it wasn't letting me back in. I don't know if there was something I'm missing, like I had to activate it or something. Hmm. Let's see what move. Yeah, I don't know why it was not letting me run it again. Huh. Um, I guess I should probably look into like what's causing that. I don't know if maybe it was a bug with like the instance of it, or if maybe they did like some changes and I couldn't like use that one anymore because it doesn't. It's not like active. There was a game that was like that once. That had like a seasonal thing where they were like, if you had one that was in progress, they're like you're gonna have to restart it because of the changes. Because there was like bugs with the first one. Which really sucked if you were like almost done. I think I had just started a run, so it didn't really affect me much. Oh shit. I didn't even realize there was a boss here. My homies were already beating the shit out of him. They're like, we got you, dog, don't worry. This one. Because that is the next one, if I remember correctly. Wait, no, it's not. It's supposed to be this one, apparently? The Warlock one? I go from max shield to skill duration. 2 points of max mana. I need to remember to look up another build later though. This would be a leveling build, like it takes you to 80, and then at 80 you get like, cause with Torchlight, you get free respecs until level 80. Once you go past level 80, your respecs aren't free anymore. You have to spend like resources on it. And I don't quite know how hard it is to reacquire. I know you get some from the battle pass and some from the daily thing. but I'm gonna have to. The only downside is it's like apparently it's popular-ish, but not so popular that people like. There's like a, cause like there's a max roll, right? But like max roll only has leveling guides. I'm assuming like their guide makers are still like in the process of like finding out like what's good this season. I don't know if they made any. I think they've made some like changes to like some buffs and nerfs to skills and stuff. I guess I could see if there's anything on the Reddit. It's just that a lot of people are also focused on the new characters, the new classes. There's a new class, and then there's like technically there's two new classes because they released like a new character, and then they released like one of the old versions for one of the other characters. And I've been seeing a lot of videos about both of those. That's probably why there's not like a whole bunch of stuff for like the older characters. But then I don't know if like older builds like still work, right? But yeah, I was up in the air between playing this or last Epoch. Because last Epoch had a pretty big update recently. But I kind of wanted to play something a little more brain dead while still being an ARPG. I just really like ARPGs. ARPGs and MMOs are probably like the two game types that I've spent the most time playing. Strategy games are kind of up there too. Because I played a lot of like Warcraft 3, a lot of Total War, a lot of Civilization, stuff like that. But ARPGs and MMOs are definitely the ones I've spent the most time into. Which is also why it's really interesting when I play so much Apex, because I don't really play a lot of... I've played like FPS games, right? But I've never like devoted a shit ton of time into them like other people I know. Right? Like I've played Halo, you know, I dabbled in it. I've played Battlefield 2. I fucked around with some of the Arma games because for some weird reason they would give those to the military guys like for free, like free keys for it. So as like a military kid, I was able to partake of that. I played some of the Arma games. What else? I played some of the Call of Duties. I played Battlefield is the one I played the most of. I played a lot of Battlefield 2, a lot of Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3 I played a little bit of, but that was because it came out when I was going to university. And ironically enough, the like 2 years I went to university, I didn't play a lot of computer games. Like not as much as I normally do. Like sometimes we'd get together and play like League of Legends in like a study room, but most of the times like we were looking for shit to like go out and go do. Like we go to the gym, or you know, we'd at like the rec center we'd like rent like a soccer ball or like a volleyball or some shit. Like I'll go to parties, do shit like that. And then if there's a like a weekend that we didn't want to like you know, we don't want to go out, like either we were tired or you know we were all broke as shit that weekend. We fired up, play some League of Legends back in when I used to play League. I've half thought about like getting back into League, and then I watch like people play. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I will live vicariously through watching you suffer. I mean, play instead of me doing it. As like League has really cool looking like characters and shit like that, but I'm good. Mostly because it's like it gets kind of hard to find in like a lot of enjoyment in something so heavily team based if people don't want to work together. Because a lot of times people just really don't want to. They're like, I'm the one that's right. And I'm like, well, you're dying a lot, and we're not winning team fights, so I don't think you are. But you best believe if they ever release that, when they release that Riot MMO, I'm gonna be all over that shit. Cause like I'm waiting for like Blue Protocol to come over. Granted, I haven't heard the best things about it. Apparently they're having some issues with player retention, which is unfortunate. But a lot of times like that's not like rare, right? Like if anybody's like played MMOs for a long time, especially free to play MMOs, a lot of times like there'll be a really big hype. And then the hype will die off due to lack of content or, you know, just too grindy. And then like one of two things will happen. Either the developers will think they know better than the people who, you know, play their game and will stick to their systems, or they'll adjust it and make it better so that they'll have more player retention and it's more fun for everybody. Because there are some games that like they are kind of just more designed for like cash grabs, or it's kind of like they're designed with the intent in mind of like this will either succeed or we're not gonna put any more, like, or it's just gonna die. Like they don't want to put any more money into it, which is like a lot of people go, you know, they're like, oh, that's bad practice. I'm like, it's kind of not really, because MMOs are really fucking expensive to make, like very, very expensive. They're literally like the worst genre of games to make for your first video game. Like this is a like that is not even like a biased thing. That is just 100% true. It's like a full-fledged like MMO RPG, like, and like I'm not talking something like PoE that has like online capabilities and you can see people in town. I'm talking like a full-on MMO like World of Warcraft is statistically the most expensive game you can make with the least amount of expected returns, mind you. Like statistically speaking, MMOs are probably the one category that has the most amount of games that fail, because it's just so hard to make one that's like good and still like makes enough money to keep the lights on. Because like trust me, I'm like, as someone who doesn't have, well, I mean, even actually I can't even say that, because there was a time I was, even when I was getting paid, even when I had a job and had like a stable income, I still didn't just dump money into everything willy-nilly. Like I love getting a bunch of shit for free, or a bunch of stuff for like a really good price, but at the end of the day, sometimes you have to remember that companies need to keep the lights on somehow. Now the way they go about that is obviously like indicative of how willing people will be to help them keep the lights on. Because like, for instance, if we want a current example, Diablo 4's monetization and announcement of like paid DLC does not seem to cater a positive response to other people helping them keep the lights on. So I'm really hoping for my sake, for like our sake as gamers, and for their sake, they can shake something up in the next season or two. That doesn't require people to pay. But like a lot of games have, like, you know, they had some pretty rocky starts, but they put like the companies were kind of like very dedicated, right, to the game. So they put their head down and like grind. Like for instance, No Man's Sky, I hear, is like really good now after the like really shitty launch it had. I've heard Fallout 76 is apparently better. Nobody I know personally still plays it, so I don't have any like personal knowledge of that. I have for No Man's Sky because apparently my brother played it a while back and said it was really good. And I was like, oh, interesting, because that used to be considered really dog shit. But it's good. Like in my opinion, stuff like that's good. But there's not a lot of developers, especially bigger developers, that'll do something like that. But like EVE Online, when it was like younger, almost went under like twice, and it was due to the fans that what was this for? Oh, that kept it going. So like if they're really dedicated to actually making like D4 good, like they can do it. They definitely can. What's another game? There's another couple of games that recently have like, I think For Honor is one of them. For Honor is one that like I don't know if I'd say it's good now, because again I don't know a lot of people that personally still play it, and I haven't really kept up with it like too much. But all I know is that I've heard less bad things about it, and I still see like a decent amount of like stuff for it pop up on my YouTube, like recent stuff, like people doing clips and like montages and stuff like that. So that makes me think that it's not that we're hearing less negative because less people are playing it, and more that at least whatever core group of people are playing it, they're doing a good job of keeping those guys like, you know, playing their game and having fun. It's good. That's kind of another thing that sometimes like gaming companies get kind of a little too stuck on, is they kind of want to cater to everybody, which is impossible. Because like, for instance, ARPGs, like Diablo style games, like there's just some people they just don't like those styles of games. Like there's people that they only like shooters. So if for some weird reason you go, oh yeah, we're gonna like try to get the shooters to play our games when there's like no FPS or, you know, third person on it, it's gonna be a little tough. Also, if that seems like oddly specific, is because there was an MMO I played once, like a free-to-play one a long time ago, that added like a mode that was like third person over the shoulder. And their response was like they did it because they wanted the shooters to come play their free-to-play MMO, and we were like, there's no way in hell that's ever gonna work out. They made a lot of weird, questionable decisions. He is in for a bad time. I would say Torchlight 3 is probably a decent example of what happens when you don't listen to like your community, and then you either A, just lose the motivation to fix the problem, or B, you financially cannot fix the problem. That's the other caveat. A lot of times there's like companies that would like to fix the problem, but then go, if we try to fix the problem, we're gonna go under. And then there's other companies where it's like, if we don't fix the problem, we're gonna go under. But those guys are kind of like, that's a bit more rare. Because like, for instance, Anthem is one of those games where they kind of decided they didn't, like, it wasn't worth the time and money invested to do it. Which is unfortunate, because to be honest, I had high hopes for Anthem. Another one that I don't know how it's doing right now is like the Outriders. Which I really wanted to do well also, because I wanted another looter shooter. And like the abilities and concepts were good, but oh my god, the bullet spongy shit was just so fast. Like I played like the free betas, and it was so quick for the bullet spongy shit to happen. I was like, bro, I do not want to deal with this shit, and like, I don't want to see what it's like at like, higher levels. And I played with friends, and we had like a semi-organized team. I hate this one. I hate the ones that do the landmines. But it was just like, I don't know how it is now. That one was definitely another one where there was a lot of people like going, it's not that. It needs some love. It needs some work. Even I think they've done some like free updates for it to try to get it. Division was one where they fixed it, but they fixed it with DLCs that cost money, and that's why I never got back into it. Cause like I knew people that they played Division 1 the whole time because they bought the pack that gave them all the future DLCs, and they were just like, it's not bad now. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not about to spend another $50 with the shit on sale to get DLCs to hope that I enjoy the new stuff. But from what I understand, they did a decent job. I heard decent enough stuff from Division 2. I played the free weekend. It was, what little I did play was pretty fun. It wasn't bad. Oh, rained. And then most people, I feel like even people that don't play MMOs, most people know about like Final Fantasy XIV's like recovery story. Apparently the story behind that is apparently the Final Fantasy XIV launch, they had put so much like money into it that Square Enix potentially could have gone under if Yoshi P hadn't been able to turn around. Torchlight, isn't this like super pay to win? I actually haven't heard too much stuff about pay to win for Torchlight, to be honest. But I don't know. I'm just playing it just for a change of pace. What's up, Billy? I can put the one here. Get one for. Actually, I just realized this layout's really shit. But yeah, I know that like in the first season, people said there was a lot of pay to win stuff, which I didn't play enough to really get to it, but I've heard they've done away with a lot of it. I've heard it's not too bad now. Oh, here we go. I couldn't see the circle. But what I do know is that a lot of people that well, not a lot, but there was a couple like YouTubers that I watched for Path of Exile. Like about 3 of them were like, we're gonna play the new Torchlight Infinite League because they said the last one wasn't too bad and that they've made some good changes. So I'm just trying it out again. I will say, like, I feel like the league mechanics are actually pretty cool. It's not like the most complicated thing, right? But I feel like it's kind of cool because you kind of like build your own dungeon, sort of. Even though I kind of fucked up my first place again. I think you should get like the 4-piece like later. But I do know it has a lot of like costumes and shit like that. But I don't know if you can get those for free. Like the pools for them for free. What I can say though is I've had more fun playing Torchlight Infinite than I did have it playing Torchlight 3. Which hurts me to say. I had such high hopes for Torchlight 3. And the last class they released before they basically just wiped their hands from the game was really cool. It's just unfortunately, that's what happens when you try to make your game a free-to-play game. But then you use a bunch of like hardcore Torchlight 1 and 2 players to do it, and then they just keep telling you that it's not very good what they're trying to do and that you should just make it a regular Torchlight game, and then you don't listen to that advice for a long time, and then when you finally decide to listen to that advice because you realize that, oh shit, they're right, it's too late and you can't really change anything. So then you try to make this weird like not free-to-play but free-to-play game that nobody wants to play because it still has a lot of the weird free-to-play shit involved. Yeah. I'm not salty about it. I'll admit I didn't even play Torchlight 3's endgame with the genie cards and stuff like that. And I got Torchlight 3 before it like fully released. Because I still remember seeing the incomplete like artwork, storyboard art for like some of the cutscenes. Where they had like the voice acting done, but they didn't have like the animation and stuff done. Doo -doo -doo. I want those guys as minions, like Armblade, dude. But I don't think those are an option. At least not like a regular option. I think like there's a skin that'll make your melee dudes look like them. And I'm so good. So much fun. All me, carrying my minions. So skilled. So god gamer. This is why I don't play minion builds. I don't play minion builds because like I talk shit about like minion builds and then I'll talk shit about the minion build as I'm playing the minion build, but like damn, I'm so good. But they're really great for when you just want to turn your brain off. gonna take that back too. I didn't even push the buff yet, and they were already beating up the guy. Nah, I could be there for the story. I'll do the City of Eternum stuff, and then I'll do the Void ones maybe faster. Oh, wow, that range is pretty far. Is they're probably gonna aggro the boss. I mean, I do hope I can somehow get like at least like a 10 pull, like a pull for free. I try to get one of the banners right now has like as a like an appearance I would like to get. The only thing I don't like about this is I have to resummon the minions every time I change instances. It's not so bad now because like I don't almost murder myself while doing it. Because before when I was dual wielding, it was like 10% of my HP for every time I pushed the minion button. Shit was painful. Oh, achievement. Oh. Don't even know when I did that. But yeah, this one. This looks so cool. And then I think this one's like, yeah, the machine guard one. It looks so cool. That one's kind of whatever. Oh, these are pretty cool. All right, and then the hander for it. But I really like the skin for him. That looks really cool. Wait, which one's this one? Oh, the Grim Phantom. And then from like the older ones, there was this one, which was the launch one for the Berserker dude. It looks so cool. It looks so cool. But yeah, I don't know if I can get like actual draws like that for free though. Because I know oh, went back. Because I know it costs like they do the whole like paid currency, free currency split. But you can't buy those with the free currency. How much of my HP is energy shield? The one that's like over my head. That when it runs out, I think I'm like almost dead when I'm not. What's up? Maybe didn't have to go that way. Oh. Sorry to disturb you. I apologize. It was not intentional. Jeez. It's like when you hit like a rare and like all your skill gems level up at the same time. And you're just sitting there like click, 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 click. Granted, there's a bit more of a delay. He did. Oh. That was just come here and fight the boss. Go down. Going up. I will say they have probably one of the most annoying things, right? Where the quest arrow is like in one direction, but then you have to like realize sometimes that you have to go completely in the opposite direction, because what it is there's a portal in the opposite direction that sends you to where it actually wants you to go. That's not the case for this one, but I was just saying, because some of the other, I think the like 2 maps ago was like that. Nice, so we got all of them. Alright, and then we're supposed to be able to enter this like a handful of times, but yeah, so we have to kill mobs that then gives us keys that then lets us unlock these things, which then when we clear these things gives us boss progress. Like I said, nothing super innovative, but it's still kind of cool that you can kind of like get to play the Tetris or the little things and stuff like that. And then the fact that it has its own little like ambiance that like, at least areas I haven't been to yet, like all the areas I've been to don't really have this like, you know, undead crypt thing going for it. Yeah, and then there's areas that are like visibly cut off. I think there's a way to re-roll like the... Okay, then here's where the boss spawns once we finish opening all these things. Alright, this is reconnected. Somehow. Was it down here? Yeah, it's gotta be this way. And then I'm assuming that like in the passive tree you can get more stuff. Alright, and then now we can spawn the boss and kill him. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of neat. I don't know if it'll be like something I'm like, oh, it's so great, I want to do it all the time. Like that kind of thing, but it's cool for now. I have to pay attention. I think the last time I did it, I didn't pick up the soul candle. And the soul candle is like the new thing that you can put on your skills to make it stronger. Let's see, I think it's... What did we get? Okay, so it's dot damage. Which doesn't do us any good because we don't have any dot damage. Come on and slide. And welcome to the jam. Alright, so we hit 50. I think it's the. I got tendon slice. Wait, where is it? Mm, mm, mm. Wait, do I already have tendon? No, I have steamroll and I have precise. Is it tendon slice? Different one. No, it's tendon slicer. Oh, we don't get that till 55. Well, that's awkward. Oh, I guess I'll just throw like something into it for now. Aiga. Yeah. Um, which skill deals 22% additional damage to cursed enemies. Oh. Put that in for now. And then we go do the Hunter's Forge because we should be able to get to do these, all 4 of these. Actually, in hindsight, I don't know. I think I should have gone through the portal before doing that. Oh wait, I like forcibly leveled it down. I'm gonna guess it because it doesn't make much sense to me that I can't summon. Like I can barely summon half of what I fucking can summon out and about. Why am I? This makes no sense. Like realistically speaking, like what's the point of reducing like what I can do in here? Is this supposed to be the level 50 trial? Like it just doesn't like it just when developers do weird shit like that just it irks me more than anything. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna restrict what you can do in this thing. And I'm just sitting here like, for what specific reason? Oh, we don't want you to blast through it or something dumb like that. And it's like, so what you're telling me is that like, how dare I invest time into my character? That's basically what you tell like a player. Like if when you do something where like they lose power. Wait, how do I allocate? Wait, which one of these am I supposed to do? I think it's that one, yeah. Charge forward. Eh, 62. I didn't actually think you got like I thought it was like you unlock traits and then as you got like higher level you got to choose which one you wanted. Oh. We are slowly getting closer to being able to do a 10 pull on a little minion banner thing. What's up? That's just the top up thing. Oh shit, what? Oh, I guess it's just like a free one. Like, oh, thanks. Appreciate you. Wait, no, I didn't. Oh, I know what happened. Okay. It's this. Yeah, it's that. Okay, I take it back. It's... I didn't know that did that. Half's the number. Hmm. Hello, I was like, man, I can't even summon half of what I did before. Oh. If I go to read. At least it rounds up. I think it's... Either Path of Exile or Diablo, where it's like it rounds down. I think it's Path of Exile. Alright, I take it back. I take back the complaints I had. Specifically towards this game. But I don't take back the complaint I had like, about that in general for other games. Where games will think that like removing power from a player to do a specific thing is like a good idea. And is like good. Cause like what is it? I think like oh yeah, like Warframe does that for some of their they have like the Grendel missions where mods don't work. And everybody's just like, why? Like the whole point of Warframe is to grind to get mods that make your character powerful, and then you make these missions for a to like get Warframe parts that turn your mods off. Oh. Like it just feels bad. Yeah, it took me less time to kill the Rift boss than it did to kill the packs of stuff. Me, the damn fool that shot him. For some reason, that one has a particularly large, like, hitbox. Lower level. Oh, was I supposed to put 3 points into this? Yeah. It's 2 points here. I wish there was a skill. So there's one of the boss fights. I think it's this one. It's gonna have us do again. Where she like rides around on a motorcycle. Oh, no, it's not this one. She like rides around on a motorcycle, and I'm like, bruh, give me that ability, dog. Just rev it up. No. What is it? I think it was a Skull, the one where you're playing the skeleton with the different like heads, like that. Like one of the helmets is like basically Ghost Rider with a motorcycle. That shit was sick. I do like the skill, like the kind of like energy with the passives, and how you can like just reallot them however you want. That's actually pretty cool. Up. Goodbye. He thought he was a superior mechanical user. He was wrong. These babies, they whoop that ass. Thanks for the money. I think those are materials. I don't think that's like currency. Granted, I don't actually know. I don't actually know because like I don't know what the currency is like in this game. And then after this, we get some of the XP and drop ones. So we can level up and get better loot. Oh, I guess we can find out if the other one was bugged or not. Because there has been a couple updates inside last part. Or like since the last time I like tried to activate the thing. Clear out the room. I guess it was just bugged. I'm gonna assume it was either bugged or applying points to the skill tree like caused problems. One of the two. Oh. You not actually get to re-clear it? Remaining enemies. I guess we'll clear out the remaining enemies. I don't actually fully understand how this like season mechanic works. Okay, we have killed all the. I guess. Oh, is the. Oh. So maybe it's not that you can do it multiple times. It's that. You can. I don't have enough Psalms for what I want. The infinite city of the challenge can only be unlocked when the Psalms of Eterna Central Node and State of Eternity is upgraded and the stage level of Eterna is greater than or equal to 84. The higher the stage level the city of Eterna, the greater the rewards. Some types of rewards won't appear in lower stages and will be replaced with gear and flame dust. Oh, so I guess maybe the remaining attempts is in case you fail the first one. I mean, I guess it'd be a little busted if you could just do the same thing over and over again. Kind of cause problems for the gameplay loop. Rock lizard skull. when you use the heads of your enemy is a oh, is this an upgraded one to the one? No, it's not. This is a different one. Knockback direction is reversed. That's kind of cool. I like when games do stuff like that. Alright, so only one ring is equipped. The main skill is supported by level 1. Added fire damage, added cold damage, added lightning damage. It's just too bad that we can't see that, like. Where's... How do I look at the memory slots? Skills, something else. I'm assuming it's inventory. I just don't know how to look at memory slots. Yeah, this I know. That doesn't do anything for us, really. Oh, no. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. No, that's hero relic. Different. That's not the same thing, right? Hero memory is. Hero relic. Oh, is it like something that goes into the... Like here in the ground thing? I got no idea. I'll look it up later. Like, it would have been nice to have, but I got nothing. It's a fellow mech brother. And Pew Pew McGee over there. I don't know what happened to mine. I remember making one of the gunfighter dudes. And I remember making the flame, like... I come to realize I had a decent amount of regen on that helmet. Which means I might put it back on. Because the problem is even the buff skill I use consumes my HP. Kind of weird. As long as it has the minion tag, Or affects the minions, I guess. Because like the wording on the mace made it seem it was like made it seem like it would be like the summoning, like it'd be the minion summoning things. What the fuck is that? Oh, it is. Or no, it's not. Is it a gem? Oh, it's a gem. Can re-equip all Ember. The reoccurring theme of all Torchlight games. I find it funny when we like learned that there was a Chinese company. Well, I think it's Bilibili. Had gotten rights to do a mobile game for Torchlight. I saw so many people like talking shit about it, and I was just like in my head, I was like, it could be playable. Could be a decent game. And lo and behold, here we are. Is it like the best? No, not really. But I will say it's like oh, that's a kill things I'm gonna start now. I just clicked the fancy sword because it was there. Oh, that game. A decent amount of stuff, to be honest. Even for only hitting 2 things. Just a flame dust alone is pretty good. Good. Those are dropping a lot in truth numbers. I'm assuming it just means we hit another like level breakpoint for materials. I think I need 2 more levels. Oh, I can see it at the bottom. 2 more levels and then we can get the actual ability that we want on the big mecha dudes. I keep forgetting that. I keep forgetting that like I don't have to manually pick up the flame dust anymore. Sometimes it makes it seem like I didn't like pick it up because there'll be something like purple or on the ground, so then when I hit it, it picks it up, and I'm like, oh yeah, I totally meant to pick that up, that kind of deal. But there's plenty of times I'll pick it up and I'm just like, like, didn't mean to pick that up. Yeah. My bad. Mm. Almost like these, I miss having a Quicksilver flash. We go for you. It's also kind of funny how like different like styles of mapping can like warp your perception of like distance traveled. Cause like for instance, the amount of running I do in like Path of Exile, going through from one like zone to the next, is probably pretty close to how much pathing I did like in Diablo 4, like running from like one spot to the next for the quest. But I got more annoyed. Well, I guess the other difference is that like I can traverse that distance faster in Path of Exile because I can use stuff like Quicksilver flasks and like stuff like that, which I don't have access to in Diablo 4. Which is why I guess I was like, it must have been worse. Or that kind of deal. But sometimes just because you can make something open world doesn't necessarily mean you should make it open world. Like, to be honest, when I heard that like Diablo 4 is gonna be open world, some people I knew were just like, oh, that's gonna be awesome. I just sat there like, funny, right? Even though it's mostly like a mental perception thing, because like you run plenty in regular ARPGs that are instanced areas. It's just you don't really realize it because your brain has like little load screens that kind of resets it a little bit in between. So it's not like as obvious how far you've gone. Hopefully the next one gives us covers. Oh, actually that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Just put it on the purple one. Whatever. Fine, I'm not annoyed that it was a shitty Tetris piece. Bro, they did a really good job of capturing the annoyance of when the Tetris piece is really shitty. Oh my god. They did a fantastic job capturing that feeling. Because oh, when I saw that shape come out, and my instant reaction was like, oh, cause I'm not a pro like Tetris gamer. I don't know how to do all the like super big brain stack shit on either side and then wait for the straights, you know, the straight line ones to come in and just hit a bunch. I just try to move the lines when I see them. I am very simple bear. Which is also, I mean, it's why I have mad respect for like the really good Tetris players. Because they're just like throwing that shit out there. Nah, fuck. Sag. We almost got it to 4. We were like a couple of kills there. Oh, what does this do? Oh, you choose one for me. That's actually kind of cool. No, you can like buff the. Oh, it's kind of like. Bro, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Oh, they should. Torchlight is making it abundantly obvious that they're taking lots of. They took a decent amount of stuff from Path of Exile. That's basically like Maven witnessing the fight. Basically, what's happening there. We buffed the fight, which then gave us more loot. Like, which then caused somebody to like, quote unquote, witness the fight to then, you know, do extra shit to it. That's so cool. So we lose 540 armor, 127 energy shields, and we trade it for elemental resistances. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Oh, I have a lonesome. I didn't realize that. But I think one of those we use on the healing. I'll use it. What do we have? I need one more level. Like, I don't know if it's the pacing or something. Like, I don't generally mind this. Well, to be fair, the fights have not been too bad. Realistically speaking. Have they been a bit more simplistic than the Diablo 4 fights? I guess you could say that to a degree. But sometimes like that's not a bad thing, right? Sometimes a lot of like I feel like game developers sometimes forget that overcomplicating a matter, like making something more complicated doesn't necessarily make it better, right? Like more isn't always best. Sometimes less and simple is better. Oh, alright, the divinity thing. I have no idea what the. Now, obviously, if everything's like extremely simple, that's gonna, you know, not be as like interesting, but things don't always need to be extremely complicated to be good. And sometimes I feel like companies forget that. Because like if we look at like for instance if we look at like the survivors, right? The vampire survivors, soulstone survivors, like that kind of stuff. They're getting slightly more complicated, right? Like because vampire survivors was very, very simple, straightforward. And the newer ones, obviously, like they tack on more like mechanics because they're trying to be different and kind of like give themselves an edge. But like at the end of the day, even like Soulstone Survivors is still incredibly simple of a game, right? Like yeah, you have this like big talent trees and you have these runes you can put on, but when you get to the actual gameplay loop, it's still like extremely simple of a game. Don't get hit. Run around, let your character do its thing, right? Like some minimal aiming, stuff like that. And like those types of games are really popular. Why? Because like obviously people want complicated things that make them think, right? Like that's, if that wasn't the case, you know, games wouldn't have gotten to the point they are now, and stuff like strategy games wouldn't be a genre. But sometimes like you just want a game where you can just turn your fucking brain off and still play and still have like a modicum of enjoyment from it. Because like for instance, like I like playing Salsa Survivors. Is it a game I would sit there and play for like 5 hours straight or something like that? No, not really. But it's definitely a game I can enjoy for playing for like, you know, I say this, but I think I did that when I first got it. But it's a game that I enjoy playing like 2 or 3 hours here or there. You know, I want to play a game, but I don't want to play what I have had because, you know, there's a lot of shit going on in it. Like sometimes I don't want to get on Diablo and Path of Exile and have to like think really hard about like what sort of things I need to do in the middle of a fight. Like, well, not necessarily think really hard, but you know, have my brain like running at like full capacity of like big brain thinking, paying attention, like popping my flasks and popping my like heals and stuff like that when I need to. We got to 5? Let's go. I don't think we got it past 5, but we can try. Nah, we didn't get it past 5. We got a bunch of flame dust though. I think a lot of times companies kind of forget that. It's like, for instance, Path of Exile. Most of the fights are pretty simple. Until you start getting towards like the end game fights, right? Searing Exarch, Eater of Worlds, like stuff like that. Like stuff that's like end game. Then starts having a bunch of different crazy mechanics that you have to balance at the same time. Maven, stuff like that. Best fucking believe I'm gonna open everything on it. I play ARPGs because I'm a hoe for loot. Oh shit! Shoot for 220. I haven't died in so long. was also because I egoed that so hard. Second death of this character. I sat there, I opened that box, I was like, I am not moving. That belongs to me. Got all of that one for minion damage. I'll take the XP. Interesting definitely. Feline glove. Wait, is that gonna be for, is that like a gauntlet or is that like an actual like claw weapon? I'm actually curious. That's the final stand. That's life regen. I'm not even regen, life regain. No, it's not even good. Fuck it, whatever. We'll put it here. I forget that I can't move it. I forgot about that. We didn't even have to boss the show. I think it's time to start replacing some of my legendary armor pieces that I've been holding on to just because shits and giggles. Oh my goodness. That dot damage is crazy. That dot damage is insane, and I have a decent amount of regen. I think I might go for like to the 3-hour mark. I'll call it there for the stream. Then I'll figure out like what I want to do for a night stream, whether I want to do some Diablo, do some. I might do some Honkai. I've been meaning to get back into that game. I'll probably just update it, like, well, I'm not doing anything. I might play a little bit of Diablo just to see if I can get to 50 before the next season. See what the Paragon board looks like. I forgot that there is a verticality. Oops. Sometimes. And other times there's nothing. Yeah, see, this is the mechanic I remember from the first one. Where you got like filled up on like void energy and then you you get like filled up and then you could push the crystal and it would summon mobs to kill. I just wish I knew how to use those memory docks though. I'm assuming it has to deal with the engram thing. But this map layout is kind of lucky for this. Oh, we bugged it out. We extended the time like as it was running out, so then it caused the UI part element to like turn off for the timer. Damn, I'm good. So much work. Hey. Without me, those bots never would have known who to aim at, what to do, where to breathe. God, I'm so. 50k. Unlock. Not the last like reward one. I guess we gotta do this. Free passive point. Well, quote unquote free passive point. It might not be free. It might whip my ass. Let's go. Go point into that. Space-time wander. I'm assuming that's something that I'll get access to later. Oh, I didn't really. I didn't see where like the arrow was. I thought it was supposed to be the thing. What does this have? Ooh. Kinda digging the attack speed. We're gonna put it in the main hand, and we're gonna see like how stuff performs. I don't think that the ring, the lonesome ring, is doing much for us. Actually, I mentioned it. When I took it off, I started almost dying a lot. What do we got here? Sure. Oh wait, does that? It does. Let me recycle again. This is 81. This is 83 for damage. The only issue is like I don't know how to put the hero memories. Because we have like this one's pretty good, but there's no available hero memory slots. I'm assuming that's probably something they get at higher levels. Mother Wolf, I see more of the homies. I should have used the claim all button for more things. What are we at? Not that one. We're at 1094. One of the weird ones you have to like select the thingy. I don't know what that big dude is. Drapion? That looks so fucking cool. Fog Scorpion. Does not have a stinger. 0 out of 10 naming convention. That's the one I have. Fire Sword. Shadow. Max life, max duration. Max energy shield. Elemental resistance, damage avoidance, and XP protection. Elemental resistance, damage mitigation. Drop quantity, flame collector. Servant damage, servant life. Probably want to like the servant buff. Servant damage, yeah. That one looks cool. Dot damage. Helmet check. Full spell damage. Mana restoration. Projectile. And yeah, we need another like 506. Or I can do a 10 pull for that. I'm assuming this is like PoE though, also. I have to, every time I level a new character, I go through the story. I don't know. I've never finished the story, so I wouldn't know. Alright, so there's definitely a distinct, like, dropping. Yeah, yeah. I should have checked what that shield is. I don't think the legendary shield I have on now is like that great. I was like, I don't think I can make use of it like at all. Also, I think another thing I don't really like about Diablo 4 is how, like, weapon constrained the classes are. Like, you can't put, like, a 200 axe on a wizard or a 200 mace. Now, you might be going, well, Mello, why would you want to put a two-handed mace on a wizard? And then I would remind you that the furnace used to be one of the wizard's best fucking weapons back in Diablo 3 before they did a bunch of changes. And so you would have wizards running around with two-handed maces. Actually, did they get to use that before the cube? I don't remember. Anyway, so like one of the best like legendary effects came from a two-handed mace for like sorcerers. Like that. I just don't remember they got to use it. Did Diablo 2? I don't think Diablo 2 had it. Or Diablo 3 had like that many restrictions. Like I know there was like certain weapons that were specific towards like certain classes. Like there were barbarian weapons, right? But I was thinking the wizards could like equip the forge as like an actual weapon slot. And where do we go from here? Pull down recovery. But yeah, I don't know. I think like that might be another thing that's kind of off for me. Now it doesn't really matter too much, seeing how like of the three classes I have interest in, two of them share. Like two of them will share like weapons, right? I'm pretty sure Reapers can hold staffs and Druids hold staffs. Though, if you think I'm gonna put a staff on my Reaper or my Necro, I called it Reaper. On my Necro, no, we scythe for life. I don't give a shit if it's the worst weapon in the game. I'm still using it. I don't actually know what it is. I remember there being like Final Fantasy 11, if I'm not mistaken, was the one where I played a Dark Knight. I like hell or high water. I went and the two jobs I unlocked like so hard was Dark Knight and Samurai. And for Dark Knight, the whole reason I unlocked it was so I could use like two-handed scythes. and technically, like the scythes weren't very like good for most of the builds. You generally wanted there was like a two-handed sword, I remember, and then there was like the Kraken Club for Kraken Club Soul Eater shenanigans. But I didn't give a shit. I walked around with my dinky little scythe because the scythes honestly just look like a stick with a random piece of shit at the end of it half the time. I don't care if it's realistically an practical weapon. I don't care if like in the game the stats for it are okay. Like if the stats are like super duper dog shit, I won't use it. But as long as it's like if it's usable, it's getting used. Like that's how I look at it. That's it. That's fine. Sure is. How did I know? How did I know? Cause I'm too smart. But yeah. It's just that most games don't use scythes, right? Or scythe wielding classes. So whenever I get to use one in a game, I'm all over it. Which is why when Reaper was released, I mained the shit out of it. That and because Reaper was just fun to play. The abilities looked cool. It uses the same armor type as the Dragoons, so that means there was a good amount of like glamour that looked good. Now, why is it in the same armor class as Dragoons? Realistically, like practically, no idea. But game-wise, it was more than likely just to give another class that used the maiming armor. Because for whatever reason, like a lot of us expected Samurai to be it, but they put Samurai with Monk Ninja instead. I think it's Monk, not Ninja. I think Ninja Star is like their own thing. But it's also because they decided to. That was like slightly disappointed because like I understand why they did it, right? Because Yoshi P wanted to have like I wanted 14 to be like the samurai for Final Fantasy 14 to be 14 samurai, not just like a rehash of Final Fantasy 11's samurai. But I think it's nice. But it's okay because we got Reaper. I'm chilling. I thought it picked up the thing. It didn't. It got shuffled around. What? But yeah. I do be a hoe for some. I think the only thing I like about the Necro is that he's a skinny little emo boy. Aside from that, I like the armors and stuff. I like the armors, the golems look fucking amazing. I think we're getting pretty close to the highest level that I hit on the other guy. I can't like go back and check because I deleted him. But I was like, I don't plan on playing him because he's in standard. Nice. Great house. I hope PoE 2 has something like that. Like, I think, like, it'll cause issues with the prices, right? Because, like, things that are, like, go for a decent price now will probably get cheaper. If they add, like, a spot that's, like, easy for players to put items up. But I also think it'll just be better. Because then more players will partake in the trading economy. Like, for instance, one of the main reasons I don't really do trade, like, at all, is because of, like, one, I don't want to have to, like, stop what I'm doing while I put stuff up on sale. It also doesn't help that. I don't know if you can do it with a regular stash tab. I think you need a premium stash tab to do, like, the public and then put a price on it and stuff like that. But I'm not 100% sure on. But it's also just like, you know, it's rough because, you know, if you catch someone, if someone posts something and then they go in to do something else, because again, ARPGs are kind of more of the you know, get things done kind of deal. Like, I don't necessarily think Diablo 3's auction house was a problem as much as it being real money. Well, the real problem with Diablo's auction house was also there's just the amount of stuff that you could use for trading was so low. As like, for instance, if we look at Path of Exile, you can trade divination cards, you can trade currency, you can trade bases for crafting, you can trade like maps. Like, the amount of stuff you can trade is pretty up there. But it's got plenty of stuff to go for. But for Diablo, at least Diablo 3, there wasn't, at least like at the beginning, right, which is normal, there wasn't a lot of shit to trade for. And then the problem is that in order to kind of give the trading house some weight to it, they like severely decreased the chances of anything useful dropping, which then just made it feel bad. So it's kind of like a compounding effect. Cause like, I think an auction house probably would have been fine with the after they added like the sets and then the ancients and stuff like that and the primevals. But I don't think real money trading, or like a real money trading house, should kind of be a thing. It would be nice because on one hand you could like probably make money off of it, but so far every sort of game that's ever tried to do some sort of like real money trading, like inside the game itself, it tends to sacrifice like something else from the game. Because there's definitely like real money trading for items, right? Like, it's pretty prevalent in a lot of Eastern MMOs. but they don't do it like in the game, right? Like they use external websites because a lot of times if you balance a game around that, it just ends up not being very good. Which is unfortunate, but kind of just the way it pans out, really. But yeah, because like for instance, I feel like for gamers in general, for us, if we could make money like in like just playing a game by itself, would be a dream. I know like a lot of people, like there's all those stories, right, of the from like get translated from like Korean and Chinese stuff where it's like, oh, you do this and this in game and you grind these items and you can make money and you know, or you can like work for a guild and then have like a contract that you sign that you get a paycheck while you're playing, like blah blah blah. Like yeah, that'd be the dream, like especially in this day and age where a lot of people play games, but unfortunately it's probably a bad idea in the long run, to be honest. Or like the way for the game itself to be how you make money. Not to mention it might like detract from actually enjoying playing the game. I've known a lot of people that like they got it. Well, like for instance, I know a lot of people who like a very different sources, like a very different hobbies that got a job revolving around that hobby, and then they like quit their jobs because they were like it was enjoyable and it was like their decision and they could do it at their pacing, but when they had to like do it to earn money, it wasn't that fun anymore. But the one I've known like a good number of times from it is like artists. I've had a couple friends who are pretty good artists, and they thought about getting into like commissions, and then when they got into it, they ended up like not really enjoying it. Like they found themselves like art block often, and just like couldn't find the inspiration to like draw like they used to and stuff like that. So it'll probably be like that for video games if that becomes the thing. Or at least for a lot of people. I don't know if it would become like that for me. Just because like I feel like if you've played MMOs, you generally hit a point where you just autopilot and do things. I think the same thing for ARPGs. If you're used to playing really grindy games, I don't think it'd be a problem. Alright, what the fuck is this? Okay, so this is for the space-time illusion. Not really useful for us. Faceless Night Maw. Hey, yo, friend. Wait, is order calling the other one? No, order calling is this one. I'm mistaken. The other one's charge. Charge something. The other Moto version. But that's what it is. It's like it's classes and then each class has their own specialization. There's extra specializations. Oh, there was more. Oh that's pretty cool. Wait, what is this? Tax voucher. Get Flame Elementium tax refund? I'm thinking those like ink pot things are the respec. So basically like the orbs of regret. Yep. It's just I don't know. It doesn't seem like they drop from like in-game activities. Like it seems you get it from like chess piece and just stuff in general. Like from chess and then like from like the BP. And then from like the daily login. From what I gather, you get to clear it once, and then after you've cleared it, you can reset it to then get new parts to then do the next one. Is what it seems to be. Bacon is supposed to be here. Then put Mark. Ah. Ooh, ooh, that flame dust. Delicious. I think we're like, I think there's only like one thing. Oh, I still have points left over, but I don't think I need another set of points until later. Yeah, until 120. 120 and then like another one later after that. So basically another like 40 points. The boss man. I guess it could also be if you don't have enough like space for loot. There's like a lot of good shit you want to get. That could also be the reason you have like multiple entries. Boom. Alright, 37, we have enough. One additional group of magic monsters will appear. There's 0% chance that one group over here. Okay, definitely we're gonna get that one next. And then this one. These are probably the next two we'll go for. This one for the area, and then this one for the extra soul. I like this. I think the main issue I had with the Sanctum was that it was kind of like a roguelike, but it wasn't, and the fact that like you could potentially get things to make you stronger in the vein of what the fuck am I looking at? In the vein of the like the relics, but you weren't always guaranteed a relic. Cause like I killed the first boss a lot, I'd walk out with no relics. Granted, I also didn't fully play it the whole time, so. I'm assuming this is like the map version. Okay, this is their maps. I don't know. This is the first time I'm like at this point. At least from what I remember. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm assuming it probably just works like maps, right? You go through the map and then you kill the boss at the end, hopefully get loot, carry on. I just realized that the boss that we killed and I didn't drop a candlestick this time. That's it. At least I didn't pay attention. That's kind of my bad. To be honest, I think the biggest thing that leads to Path of Exile's endgame feeling really good is the Atlas tree. But I think if it was just maps, right? If you were just doing maps, and you just didn't have a control over like what kind of stuff you got, I don't think it'd be as like fun, or people would like it as much as they do. But the fact that like the Atlas tree exists, and then there's no like there might be a right way, quote unquote, to make your Atlas tree for specific things, right? Like for instance, if you're going for Legion, there's probably a best way to grab things to be more efficient. But there's no like inherently wrong way to map your tree. Cause like for instance, I map my tree for challenges, right? Like I'm trying to do the Legion stuff so I can get challenges for like the challenges done so that I can get the stuff. Oops. So that I can get the rewards, right? Because that's my big thing, is getting the rewards. Those are the people, they set up their atlases for currency, right? They want to farm a bunch of currency, get a lot of stuff. And I think that's really cool. And I think that's one of the reasons why people take to it so well. I don't know what those extra affixes are. Also don't know if I actually have to wait for the entire animation. I know I said I was gonna go for like till 3 hours, but the fact that we're like, I guess like the beginning of the end game grinding, I think I'll just go the normal amount of time I usually do. Yeah, I need to remember to update Star Rail. I don't know if I'll do like the entire night stream will be Star Rail, but I'm probably gonna do like half of it be Star Rail at least. I think it's generally safe to do the 6 slot one first, since you have no idea how the loot will fall. This candlestick mod like was horrendous for me when I was like early leveling, because it would just kill all my minions. I think we are good with the boss. I don't know. Oh, pair of gloves. The only thing I don't like about this build is I have to resummon the shit every time. Like, it's really weird because like the Auras has the system where just like they just permanently exist, right? So they pop up whenever. But like I have to recast my minions, the regular ones, which I often forget to do. So there's a lot of loot to be had in this one compared to the other one we did. I do the hero challenge after this. They see me now. Also, I have no idea what like legendaries or shit like that to go for in here, so my copium stocks will not be depleted because there is nothing to cope for because I am just. Oh, we get 2. Ooh. Okay. Oh, did we not get 2? Oh, that's supposed to. Okay. I'm assuming I was supposed to choose. Okay. Instructions unclear. Robots stuck in ceiling fan. Yeah, all that's gonna make it is easier for my little shooty boys to land all of their different projectiles. I forgot what the rest of these nodes are supposed to be. Oh shit, what is this? Have 26% chance to be multiplied by 2 and flame sand. Drop 1 additional. I think I'll grab this one. Oh! Oh, that's cool. Alright, so we have stage has child out of machines. The 2 God of War one. 2 God of Machine. I see. Okay, I'm starting to slowly understand how this shit. Slowly, but surely. I also somehow have 2 charges of my R, and I don't know how, but I'm assuming maybe it's just a map mod. Yeah. That sounded painful. For him! It's music to my ears! Oh, I forgot I was gonna do the hero challenge. I was like, this is going, yeah, this area is going way too long for this to be like a dead end. Hopefully it's not like Path of Exile, where sometimes the maps take you like really, really far out, and then you're like, nope, this is a dead end. And then you're like, And you gotta run all the way back. And that shit's. Wait, where? Oh, I think the God of Machine trial was like off to the side. Oops. Oh well. I think that one little area I didn't check had the trial. It's like seasonal mechanic. All bad. Harrison. Embarrassing. Tony Boomstick. Oh, I also didn't. I'm telling you, when I do like RPGs, I just like autopilot when they have stuff like rifts or maps or something like this, or I just go. I don't even worry about it. I go down and carry on. I'll be like, I need to do X, Y, Z, and it's like that's not getting done. That's not getting done at all. That is not getting done because I am a single-minded bear with not even a quarter of a brain cell, so when it has to think about a lot of things, it just does not. It'll think about it one at a time, and then it will be like, alright, I'm glad we thought about these things, I'm glad I had this conversation with myself, and then it will no longer have, I will no longer recollect the conversation it just had. How cool we can do this. A lot of HP. But I made do the last time. I don't have enough damage. Do not have enough damage. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. We can. This. I don't know what we do after that. Back points. Now, challenge hero, trial. Like I can tell we're hitting the point where like my damage is starting to fall off. I'm probably gonna have to start like actually picking up gear. I love the ice elemental just sitting over there going whop 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 whop. just just everything's just doing one animation. Just whop whop whop. Just over and over again. So good. So good. I'm telling you, sometimes just the simple stuff is just so dumb. It's so good. Okay, deal double damage, 12% chance of granting one of your minions overload. Like, oh, it's these things. These are the memory slots. But I think it's attached to this still, yeah? Yeah, okay. I was right. Oh man, it's great when you're right. Sheesh. It's always nice. Like it also shows how much I played this game too fucking much. Alright, this one for sure. That one's just really good. This is like 50% critical strike rating. Oh right, hold up. Supposed to take. What's up, Slinky? I'll do this one. Out of my... But like the trial, I don't know what the trial is. Oh my god, those two upgrades were insane. I think between getting the new like memory dock and then putting in the hero memories like gave us such a huge boost because we got the 50% like crit with the extra damage and then like another 10% attack and cast speed from my minions. Is God Mitra gonna be similar to the Hunter one? Or like buffs the boss? If we won't find out. I think that was a divinity thing. Physical. Minion damage. Alright, I guess I'll fight like the big boss dude. I don't know if this one's just gonna be like a full-on map or... No, it seems to be like just a boss fight. Oh shit, oh yeah. That's a mistake though, when something goes in a straight line. Instead of dodging left or right, I try to like outrun it. Classic rookie mistake. And mark. Nice little loop. So you have to clear a certain area a certain number of times. And then when you clear that, you can then fight the boss, who then gives you shit for the next area, I'm assuming. Oh, we got two. Oh shit, they just straight up gave us a talent though. This is literally maps. He's Carrick. Like what's next? Do we get Carrick missions? Oh, and then it oh, that's honestly that's kind of fucking sick. So as you kill it, it then upgrades the... Oh, that's really cool. Kind of like Void Stones, except for like each individual area. That's kind of cool. Oh my god. My dog is like going see now. Can't open a door in this house without him like barking at all. Yeah, that sounded like he had a good time. I still don't know what the God of Might trial is. Because I basically explored the whole town last time. And didn't see anything on what it was. Like on what it had. I picked up, oh, this one was a minion damage on that. Mm-hmm. Oh, so there are one-handed claws. That doesn't really do it. Oh, everywhere. Got you. That got a little dicey. Was not a fan of how close to death we were on there. Was not a fan of how close we came to dying there. I keep forgetting to take that song off the playlist. Like, I didn't even have time to pay attention because all my minions died. So we had no damage. Because I was just trying to jump around to stay healthy, so then I wasn't hitting R to keep them invulnerable. Because basically they have less max HP right now, but as long as they have the overclocking, they're invulnerable to damage. Or at least they can't die. And since we have 2 stacks, should be fine. Oh, now we know what the God of Might trial is. Alright, so killing the big dude does not count for against like the amount of times we can do the mission. Alright, so we need another 176. Oh, we have two. Okay, so we have to do it. Oh, what is this? Fifth weapon have 4 E6s that are E7 or higher. Make 4 support skills to 1 active skill. Any hero equips 1 empower skill. Do I not have an empower skill? Equips 1 defensive skill, 1 curse skill, or reach 50% cold resistance. Another on map mark 2. Another on map 3. Before that, I have 106. How many do I need? 120, I think. Yeah, at 120, we get to. Yeah, another 14. So instead of, oh, so that's really interesting. So instead of like, so it's kind of like mapping, where instead of you needing a specific map to go to the area, you just need a token, and then you can choose based off of what's offered to you where you want to go. I can see the merits of both systems, to be honest. Because like with the maps in, I'm gonna try using fire. With the maps, you can like kind of control where to go. I think I'll do 2 big funguses. Because you can do the trade-in, right? And you can just farm the same one over and over again without worrying about, without quote unquote worrying about RNG. Because you still have RNG, you have to get the specific map to drop. But with the favored map system, there's ways around that. So they each have their own RNG. Kind of just debatable which one you wanna like deal with. Hey, I'm not having a good time, that's for sure. Is there? I don't know if there's loot filters since it's like a mobile RPG. I don't know what levels we get, like skill energy. Almost died because I jumped in like a dumbass for no reason. Oh, well, I was trying to, actually it's not no reason, I was trying to avoid the, mines. I think so far the one I like the most, especially for this, is the hunter one. Because that way you can then like get the boss to give you more stuff. You know? don't know, there's something over here that was like, had a weird marking on it, but it died real quick. Before... This one was tanky. I should probably start looking into crafting stuff now. Kind of like Blight, but you know, without the towers. Those guys fucked about and found out. Fuck it. We have enough HP to run the winner, that's good. We don't have the damage. We tried. Yeah, that 200%. I was like, because I think it was like 300% total. Because I think the one before that was also a 100% HP increase. What I'm confused about though is why doesn't Flame Sand get auto picked up? What the fuck is it? Oh. Damn, we were like one off. Void Pirates? Yar, mateys. Are we gonna get the minion damage or we get some survivability? I think I need a better shield. Cause I don't think we're really like I think it's gonna be a while before we get a weapon like that's better than what we have right now. What is that? I just started clicking stuff. Fuck, this is cool though. I think this has to do with the pirate stuff. As long as I stay out of her Beyblade maneuver, we're fine. This is cool. I like this one. I think so far this one's kind of like my favorite. The Void Pirates, but it's just because I am a sucker for this type of shit. Like the Void Pirates, and they got like the treasure, and you're like taking it from them. Like I am such a sucker for that type of stuff. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think that's what I'm gonna call it though. It's not bad. It's not bad. The maps, like the way they have the map system feels pretty like like it feels like the loop isn't bad. Like it feels like the loop is pretty good. And it feels like it has a lot of like different things that you can kind of mess around with. Like the only question I have is like what you can focus, like can you focus on stuff, or if it's only like RNG. I guess if you could focus on stuff, that would literally just turn it into, yeah, that's true. But like I like the Void Pirates thing. The Void Pirates thing's pretty cool. Oh, we're gonna go say hi to Oni, who is for whatever reason deciding to suffer in League of Legends. I can't do it. Part of me wishes I could play League of Legends again, and then part of me is glad that I can't play League of Legends again, like mentally. But yeah, so I'm gonna go figure out what I'm gonna eat for dinner and update probably Star Rail to play for later tonight. So that's going to be it for the day stream. If it is early in the day for you, I hope you have a good day. If it's late in the day for you, I hope you rest well. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and I do see you again in the next one.